I was #1 in New Orleans for 14 straight rating periods. The king. Bit of wine?
Sure. Gee, the board sure is older than the one at college.
Yeah, and then Cincinnati called with a better offer. Excuse me.
Nice segue.
Yeah. Why don't you sit down here at the controls and sort of get the feel of things, huh? Some cheese? Crab puffs?
Oh, sure.
Guess how I got the name Venus?
Is the transmitter feed microwave or telco lines?
Radio. Enough about radio. I want to know more about you. More wine?
Venus.
Huh? Mr. Carlson, general manager of the station.
Hi.
Hi. This is Jackie Winston, my personal accountant.
Oh, well, I surely didn't want to, interrupt a business meeting.
And as a matter of fact, we were just wrapping it up.
Oh, no. We have to go over our option plan, you know.
Oh, well, how about tomorrow night?
Good. That'll be nice.
Mr. Carlson.
Pleasure. Now, you see, I could just never get that excited about investments.
Yeah. Working late tonight, are you?
Well, no, I'm just kind of knocking around. What is it you young people say? I'm hanging up?
Out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No. Hanging out is the term. Hanging out.
Oh, hanging out. Ooh. Those crab puffs?
Yeah, help yourself.
Thank you. You know, this weekend is my college reunion.
So, you won't be here tomorrow night?
Well, Carmen's excited about it. She's out getting her hair done. I don't know, though. I was never a big man on campus.
Oh, you'll have a great time.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. You were a frat man, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, it wasn't, an official fraternity. Mother sort of rented this house for a bunch of us that couldn't get it. Yes, the Omegas.
Ah, great memory already.
Well, yeah, Carmen. Boy, Carmen. She chased me all over that campus. I'll never forget our first date. She invited me to this sorority dance. We never showed up. We did something else.
No.
Yeah. You're doing a nice job, Venus. Hi, honey. I was just telling Venus that you're doing a nice job.
Hi, Venus.
Mr. Carlson? Oh, your hair looks nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I should have mentioned that.
Oh, it's okay, Arthur.
It is. Oh, it does. Good night, Venus.
You and Mrs. Carlson have fun now.
Yeah. Oh, Venus. I wouldn't want that story to get around.
Don't worry. I won't tell a soul.
Oh.
Hey, Jennifer, what do you make of these things?
Appetizers, crab, I think.
So they're okay to eat?
I don't know.
Oh, good.
So with all this talk about Asian flu, I started wondering why we don't have an American flu. Who's behind this?
Interesting. Jennifer, is
Oh, there's more, much more.
Is Andy in?
Haven't seen him.
Well, I am going to get an answer today. Bailey quarters will not be pushed around.
My early bird commentary will examine illness as a
Morning,
communist
everybody.
threat.
Andy, do I get a computer for billing or not?
Andy, I'd like to share my thoughts on sickness with you.
But wait a minute, you guys. I haven't even taken my hat off yet.
Everybody has computers, Andy. They're more common than the common cold. We need it to handle invoices. Now, you have been putting me off for days. I want an answer.
Okay. No.
Well, that's more like it then. What?
I'm kidding! I'll talk to Carlson as soon as he comes in today, all right? Okay.
My commentary this morning will tackle germs.
While you're out of town, I just want you to know old Herbie will keep an eye on things.
Good gosh, Herb, the reunion's over the weekend.
Shirley,
Good morning.
Herb.
Later.
Mr. Carlson,
Talk to Andy.
Andy,
Mr. Carlson, Bailey needs...
Andy, 1 minute, will you please? Jennifer, do you know where I can get this thing clean in about an hour?
Of course, I'll take care of that.
Andy,
Mr. Carlson.
Thank you.
Andy.
Mr. Carlson, I need a word with you, sir.
Jeez, Andy, look, I'm going to leave in a couple of hours. I got to make hotel reservations. Now, can't this thing wait?
It'll just take a few minutes.
Same here. All right, check with me later. Good morning, Les.
Andy.
That was rude.
Andy.
What? What is it, Les?
Oh, never mind.
Jennifer.
Just a minute. Here we go. 1 hour service in 55 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
Well, aren't you going to try it on?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I'm having second thoughts about this whole reunion thing.
Oh, Mr. Carlson, you're acting silly again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to try and stop that.
Are you in either of these pictures?
Yeah, both of them. Oh. That one, the homecoming float? That's me in the mascot costume. Yeah, I made that sucker myself.
Oh, a giant gopher.
No, that's a cardinal. It's a bird. Can't you see it? Look for the beak there.
Oh.
Now, over here is...
No. Let me find you. Oh, you're this tall, good-looking fellow with his arm around Carmen.
No, that's Hank Krimsky. Hank the Hunk, they called him. He was the only Omega that was, ever a big deal.
Oh, but weren't you the giant bird?
Cardinal. And that could never compare to the Hunk. Oh, boy, it's going to be 3 days of his bragging about his meatpacking business and calling me Moose. Moose.
Carmen sure still looks the same.
Yeah. She's kind of sentimental about our college days. We met on that campus. Means an awful lot to her.
Well, doesn't it mean a lot to you?
Oh, sure. I mean, heck, she invited me out, not the Hunk.
Well, just you remember, Mr. Carlson, you are not going back as a struggling undergraduate named Moose. You are going back as Arthur Carlson, brand new father, and general manager of the 10th ranked station in the 24th largest market in the United States of America. Now, see? There, that fits just perfectly.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Now, you just forget about this Hunk fellow and take Carmen to some nice, romantic, out-of-the-way hideaway near campus. Someplace special and secret.
The Eat and Sleep Motel. Carmen invited me to this sorority dance, but we never showed up. We went to this other... I wonder if that place is still in business.
May I have that word about Bailey?
In a minute, Travis. Thank you, Jennifer.
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Carlson. Be eat and sleep.
Hey, is this you standing next to the chubby kid? I'll come back.
German measles, Russian flu, Montezuma's revenge. And why do we say a foreign word whenever someone sneezes? Tomorrow, I'll take a look at swine flu, up close and personal. This is Les Nesbitt.
Andy, do you have a minute?
No, not right now, Bailey. Right now, I'm waiting for the news beacon of the Ohio Valley so I can severely chat with him.
Better way, Andy.
I know, Herb. Sooner or later, his body would bob to the surface and they'd find my belt around his neck.
Andy, I just want
Just a
to show
minute, Bailey. Andrew, I'm going to let you in on a little sales technique that is not only guaranteed, but will give you total control over anybody. Now, if you
Wait
have...
a minute. Can Bailey hear this?
I guess so. Okay. All right. Now, if you have someone who won't buy, then you act like you won't sell. Reverse psychiatry. Watch this. Les, Andy heard your commentary this morning.
I'm not going to apologize.
Apologize? Ah! He thought you were brilliant. He was dumbfounded by your professionalism.
Thank you, Andy.
You jerk. Don't worry about her. Listen, so it didn't work. You were still the best salesman this town has ever seen.
What do you mean by that?
I am dumbfounded by your professionalism.
Excuse me. Got sales calls.
Andy, I'm sorry that I was being a little gruff.
Listen, Bailey, I haven't heard anything from Carlson except his reunion plans, but when I do, you will be the first one to hear about it, all right? Les, you know what Herb said that I said about your commentary?
Yes, Andy?
He was lying.
I know. When someone plays mind games with Les Desmond, they're walking on thin ice.
I want you to know I am happy you turned me down. I mean, I don't want to have lunch with you. In fact, the thought of having lunch with you is depressing.
Same here.
It's 12 noon, Bailey.
You're right.
Carmen's not here yet?
Huh. Oh, Mr. Carlson, has Andy talked to you?
About what?
Well, about the backlog of bills on my desk and a way to solve that problem?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe he hasn't had a chance yet.
No? Gee, I've been in my office all morning just hanging it out.
I'm sorry I'm late, Arthur. But I wanted to be sure the baby was all right before I left, and then the phone.
Well, now, look, if she's upset, now maybe we just shouldn't go.
Well, there's really no reason to spoil your fun, Arthur.
Well, no, I mean, I know this thing's important to you. She's going to be all right. I'll just go and get my coat.
Hi, Bailey.
Hi, Mrs. Carlson. It sounds like a lot of fun.
I guess. I know Arthur's very sentimental about his college days. I don't really care.
Carmen, have I got a surprise for you, honey? You know that little motel when we were in college?
Arthur!
Well, nothing happened.
Less than nothing.
Well, anyway, the Eat and Sleep Motel?
You're kidding.
What?
You remember your friend, Hank Krimsky?
The hunk.
Yes! He called me. That's why I was late. His meats are served in 8 counties. Anyway, he and Fluff are going to be staying at the Eat and Sleep Motel.
Oh! Your turn, Mr. Carlson. It's too late, Andy. Mr. Carlson left an hour ago.
Sorry, Bailey, I tried.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, how's everybody this fine afternoon?
Fine, just fine.
Has Mr. Carlson left for his reunion yet?
Mm-hmm. An hour ago.
Oh, perfect.
After he spent the entire morning sitting in his office with nothing to do.
Did he tell you that?
I'm going home. I don't feel too well.
You're fine, Les.
Fine.
Hey, what's my Tupperware doing out here?
Honest to God, Venus, I really don't know.
And who ate all my crab puffs? I'm going to need them for tonight.
Well, I don't know.
Well, at least there are a few left.
Arthur, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, boy, it's like 1956 in here. Oh, heck, I didn't want to go to that sorority dance anyway.
What?
Remember? The night?
Oh. Do you usually bring co-eds here, Arthur?
Well, it's just, for a hamburger. Of course, if you want me to walk you back to the dorm, it's all right. Sorry, it's okay. I just...
Keep your pants on.
I love a hamburger.
You know, Carmen, honey, the best thing that ever happened to me up at this college was the night that you invited me to that sorority dance, and we came here instead.
No, you were quite a hunk.
Did someone mention my name?
Oh, my.
Say hello to the moose, Fluff.
Hey, Moose!
Wee, a pep rally and I forgot my beanie.
I called in today for reservations.
I called yesterday.
He did, too. He's very good on the phone.
Sign here. Checkout time is 12 o'clock. No drinking, no eating, no smoking, no loud parties, no loud television. We count the towels, $20 in front. Enjoy.
Oh, could you hurry it up, Hank? You know my calves.
Oh, poor Fluffy and her calves.
My calves always hurt. Do yours?
No.
Heck, we got a couple hours before the old wing ding. I sure could use me a brew moose.
Great, Hank, I'll buy.
No. I buy.
Oh, Hanky, I'm gonna be a big poo-poo, but I've just got to put up my legs.
Oh, that's all right, honey. Here. Carmen, would you like to go up with her? Didn't you say you were having a problem with your gams?
Oh, heck no. She's got great legs. Show him your legs, honey.
It's all right, Arthur. I'll meet you in the room.
Well,
I don't mind. Kiss, kiss, Hanky. Don't be too long.
yeah.
Boy, I tell you, that Carmen is really USDA choice still.
What?
And old Fluffy can still shake those pom-poms. I tell you, Moose, I'm spitting cotton. Come on!
Look, Hank.
God, I have missed you.
I missed you, too. Hank.
Start 'em pouring.
I only serve 3.2 beer.
You want to see our IDs?
All the gin joints and all the oil, you had to walk into mine.
There you go. Sorry, too little, too late, too bad.
Well, I get the first toast.
Well, it's your pleasure.
Okay. To our ladies,
Drink to that.
they're wonderful, Moose. Even if the joke was on us.
Look, listen, would you not call me... What?
Moose? I've been calling you that for 25 years.
What do you mean, even though the joke was on us?
Nothing, that sorority thing, you know.
No.
When Carmen and Fluffy were pledges, the dance.
Oh, the one that Carmen asked me.
Yeah.
Well, that was our first date.
Yeah, she only made the date because we were on the dip list.
You know, I brought her... Huh?
It was the same thing with Fluffy. It was part of their initiation. Oh, come on. You knew that? Well, what did you think? Little Carmen was tracking the moose? Come on!
Some cheese?
No, thanks.
A gherkin, perhaps.
Any of those crab puffs left?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Venus. Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Oh, it's okay.
Andy Travis.
Hi, Jackie Winston.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. This is,
I'm Venus's psychiatrist.
What?
Really?
Yeah. And his hour was just up.
What about my next appointment? I got a lot to work out, no?
Call the office.
Yeah. Bye. Nice lady. She any good? What? I could use a good psychiatrist today.
Why are you still here?
I'm hanging out, just kicking back. This whole entire day's going wrong for me, and darned if I know why.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, hey, are those gherkins?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. So, what's with you?
Nothing. Cheese?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Too bad there's not some wine hidden around here.
Are you okay? I got worried.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you.
Oh, that's all right, Arthur. It was silly to worry. You don't have much time to get dressed.
Would you be terribly disappointed if we just went straight home?
Tonight? Skip the reunion. What's wrong?
Carmen, why did you invite me to that sorority dance?
Oh, Arthur, that was 25. Oh, dear.
You know, I know that I wasn't, very popular, but a dip list?
Who told you that?
I'd always kind of thought maybe you spotted me in that mascot's outfit.
I did. No one will ever forget your homemade cardinal suit. Arthur, it wasn't you. All the Omegas were on the dip list.
Why? It's true.
But Arthur, we didn't go to that dance.
Well, yeah, but...
We came here. Arthur, you know we just came here for a hamburger.
Well, yeah.
But somehow the word spread that something more happened.
Oh?
Someone suggested a lot more.
Who'd do that?
I didn't mind. I kind of liked it.
You did?
We've had more than 25 years together. I'm happy about the way things worked out, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I somehow always thought, Carmen, that you pursued me. I mean, everybody else on campus, I was moved, but to you... to you, I was always Arthur.
Arthur, we didn't go to that dance. And I didn't join that sorority
Because you felt sorry for me.
No! Because to get in, I had to show up with a loser, a dip, a clown.
Thanks, Carmen.
And 1 minute after you picked me up, I knew you were none of those things. You were for me.
I'm sorry I raised my voice.
Are we gonna miss that dance again? Play.
Huh?
Oh, Arthur.
Monster lizard ravages East Coast. Mayors in 5 New England cities have issued emergency requests for federal disaster relief as a result of the giant lizard that descended on the East Coast last night. Officials say this lizard, the worst since '78, has devastated transportation, disrupted communications, and left many hundreds homeless.
Monster lizard?
The wire service never lies.
Les, the B is out on the printer. It's Monster Blizzard.
Oh.
Are you going to go back on the air?
Well, I don't know if I should explain this or just go on.
Just go on.
Turning to the local scene. Last night in downtown Cincinnati, a fire swept through the Vine Street Mission. Fortuitously, no one was injured in the blaze, but damage to the Mission kitchen was extensive. Now, in an exclusive Les Nessman interview recorded on the scene, here is Dr. Johnny Fever, local radio personality, who was on the scene.
This is Dr. Johnny.
Yes, Les, this is Johnny Fever, and I'm here at the Mission, and there's flaming activity all around me. How's that, Les? I hang out here a lot, especially on Wednesday nights. It's chicken gumbo night. And as Les said, it is fortuitous that no one was injured, but the kitchen is really a mess. And with the loss in federal funds, the Mission's going to have to do without a lot, including chicken gumbo, unfortunately. Unless, of course, somebody comes up with some money out there, which is not a bad idea. Why don't you start the contributions rolling? How much can we put you down for, Les?
That was Johnny Fever. Now stay tuned for Johnny Fever.
This has been the news with Les Nessman.
To rock and roll monster. Another unique Nessman experience for radio listeners everywhere.
Well, thank you, John.
My friend, my pal, my chum.
No.
Oh, come on, Les, hear me out.
You're always asking me for money.
No, I'm always asking you for a loan. This is a contribution. There's a lot of difference.
Well, I don't think so.
Les, look, I know that you handle your money a lot better than anybody else around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably wade through wads of it in your apartment, huh?
You're making jokes?
Les, it's a worthwhile cause, and these are good people. Just once, loosen the money belt, let that cash flow, huh?
Well, is it tax deductible?
I don't know. Sure.
Well, if you're sure.
I'm positive.
Here, John.
$10. Well, listen, Les, I realize this is a big chunk for you. Sincerely, I really want to thank you, and a lot of other people do too, man. If we can get this thing.
Don't ever do that again.
I tell you what, you give me $20, I'll never talk to you again.
Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, hi, Les. I heard your newscast this morning.
About the...
Lizards.
Yeah. Little boo-boo.
But a very speedy recovery.
Oh, Jennifer.
Oh, cheer up, Les. This came for you. It's from the Plowing Patriots of Omaha. I think it's that little award you've been waiting for.
Oh, boy. It's the Copper Cob Award. Ooh.
Nice.
I've got to go show this to Bailey.
Oh, dear.
Johnny, look what I got.
Nice. Jennifer.
Is this about the building fund for the Vine Street mission?
Yeah, it is.
Of course I'll contribute.
Well, I was thinking about talking to Carlson about it.
No, he's in conference with Andy right now.
Well, what approach would you recommend?
Get it in writing and don't take no for an answer.
Okay. You got a steno pad?
Johnny.
I'm sorry.
I have a message pad.
Fine.
And while you're working on him, I'll see if I can't come up with a few donations on my own.
Would you?
Of course, it's my pleasure. How much do you need?
Well, they said about $40,000 to rebuild, you know, but anything's appreciated.
Duck soup.
All right, here comes the pitch.
Tie on the sides. Well, you're good at this. How do you do it?
Excuse me, AC.
Not now, Fever.
It's really tough at the top, huh, boys?
Look, we're just taking a few minutes out to relax. Is that all right? Okay, you're up to bat. I'm pitching.
Could I ask a question here?
Make it quick, will you?
Yeah, I thought that it'd be a good idea for the station to start a fund to rebuild the Vine Street mission. They had a little fire down there last night.
Yeah, sure. Put me down for $10.
Could I put you down for 20?
You put me down for what I tell you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See what you do with this pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Over the center field. Are you still here, Fever?
Well, I just wanted to ask, what do you think you paid for this little game?
About $160.
$160. I guess, Travis, anything Mr. Carlson can do, you can probably top, huh?
Bet your boots.
Thank you very much. Fans of chicken gumbo, thank you both.
Just close the door, will you, Fever?
Oh, no, that's fantastic. Canned food would be a big help. Yes, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Morning.
Morning.
Did you hear anything about a giant lizard on the East Coast?
Oh, yes, sir. He is alive and well, and he's coming this way.
Kidding, aren't you?
Maybe. Maybe not. But I would lock my car door on the way home tonight, Herbie.
Yeah.
Herb. Johnny is trying to raise funds for the underprivileged at the Vine Street mission. How much can I put you down for?
Underprivileged?
Yes.
As in poor?
That's right.
Passaroni.
Why?
Because I don't believe in the poor. I believe everyone should pull themselves up by their own bootstraps, like Venus did.
In your ear, Herb.
These people don't even have boots, much less bootstraps. They need your help. It's called charity.
That's charity. Read her lips.
Look, I don't believe in charity, period, end of report.
I know I'm gonna regret asking this, but why is that, Herb?
Well, because people only give to charity to make themselves look good.
I might have known.
I mean, they want to impress people. Me, I'm just, I'm a little bit different. I mean, I want people to like me for me. So, don't talk to HRT Jr. about charity, because I'm just a little too real for that.
You don't give to charity?
Never.
You swear you don't give to charity?
I swear, I never give to charity.
Do you swear that you never give to charity in front of the Internal Revenue Auditor?
Well,
You are the lowest form of life that I have ever encountered.
all right. Put me down for $20.
20, thank you.
You play dirty, Bailey.
I know. Venus.
Venus?
Venus.
Venus?
Venus.
It's okay, Bailey. Don't pressure him.
I know. I'm all for it. I'll give.
Great. How much should I put you down for?
Okay, I'll tell you what. Double whatever it is you're giving.
I was hoping it'd be a little more than that.
Yeah, that's right. That is too cheap. Put me down for 3 times what it is you're giving.
See, Venus, this is kind of a personal thing with me. I mean, I understand these people. They're lightly warped, but they're trying.
Lightly warped?
Yeah, by life. But they deserve our support.
Aha. Tell you what. I'll give you a week's salary if you get that poster out of here.
Well, you know I love you, Grace, and I like your music, but charity comes first. Guess which DJ has managed to raise almost $500 this morning?
Are his initials Johnny Fever?
That's right.
Congratulations, Johnny.
Yeah. Jennifer's helping raise funds. How's it going?
I'm finished.
You quit?
$40,000 was all you needed, wasn't it?
You've already raised $40,000?
Well, in a manner of speaking. I'm having several of my friends over to my apartment this evening. I tell them about your charity. They take out their checkbooks. It's just a matter of a few hors d'oeuvres and a little chit-chat.
Not even 10 o'clock.
Oh, well, I could have been faster, but with Onassis and Rockefeller gone, you have to scramble a little bit more.
Jennifer, what would you say if Ronald Reagan called and asked you to be Secretary of the Treasury, huh?
I said no. Charity is much more fun. One only has to work when one wants to.
Yeah, Jennifer, you really ought to come down to the mission and get to know some of these folks.
I'd love to, sometime.
Yeah, there's this one guy, Charlie. He can pull his lower lip up over his nose.
Now that's entertainment.
You know what? I'm just so much better at raising money, which reminds me, I would like the two of you to come to my apartment tonight. Bring the whole gang. Starts around 7. Plenty of food and drink.
You want us there?
Of course.
With all your wealthy friends?
Johnny, what is the point of having a party like this if the people who are going to contribute don't meet the people involved? Just be there.
Wow. It's too bad you gotta work.
Yeah, that's right. That's a shame. That's a party that cries out for a minority member.
Bailey, would you watch the time and take these stuffed mushrooms out in exactly 8 minutes?
Right. Do we serve these before or after we hit them for the money?
It goes like this. Cheese puffs, cocktails, money, stuffed mushrooms.
Ah.
Then, double cognac, money, triple cognac, money, money, money.
Beautiful.
Just think of this as a very expensive Tupperware party, right?
Jennifer, Bailey has something to do. Why am I useless?
Well, because Just kidding. Les, the most important job at a party is to make sure that everyone's glasses are always full. Can I count on you?
Of course. Now, wait a minute. You are the Mittenoffs? As of the Mittenoff Library?
Yes, that's right.
And the Mittenhoff wing of the Memorial Hospital.
That's correct.
Well, say, you people are all right. I had my hernia repaired in your wing. Nice, clean, modern. I just love that.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Mr. Carlson, please have one of my cheese puffs. They're a northern Italian recipe I got in Venice.
Oh, Venice is so lovely. But the water smells, I felt.
Water stinks here, too. Check it out sometime.
Jennifer, I'm so glad you moved back to this apartment.
They rezoned my neighborhood to commercial.
She made a bundle on it.
Herb, take this cheese puff and eat it. Mr. and Mrs. Mittenoff just returned from Washington. How are things in our capital?
Oh, the Gipper's doing one hell of a job.
He's cutting everything to the bone. We're going to have a balanced budget if it kills us all.
Hey, Mittenoff. My wife and I went to Washington about 3 years ago. The Lincoln Memorial is pretty good. There's a great big guy sitting in a chair.
Why don't we all sit down and get comfortable?
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
There. Now, as you may have read in the papers, the Vine Street Mission was damaged in a fire last night. Apparently, something just got out of hand in the kitchen.
Oh, dear.
And there is no money to rebuild it. The funds have run out.
Jennifer, I think the time has come when the private sector should take care of their own. How much do we need?
Well, Dr. Fever, he's an announcer at our station. Perhaps you've heard of him.
No,
sorry.
not really.
Dr. Johnny Fever, he's really quite popular.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Anyway, he's a friend of the mission, and he says that the damages amount to about $40,000. Now, the ball has already started rolling. Why, Mr. Carlson and Mr. Travis have already made very substantial donations.
Jennifer, I wonder if we aren't thinking too small here, putting $40,000 into an old building. Why don't we put up a brand new building?
Oh, Judge, that is exciting. What do you have in mind?
Well, it just so happens I have a parcel of land I have no use for in the Price Hill area.
Oh. That's wonderful. Thank you.
That's an excellent idea, Sid. But what's a plot of land without a building? Now, I will contribute $50,000 to the construction of that new building.
Holy moly.
I love it when you do things like that. You just come right out with it.
And I'm pretty sure I can lay my hands on 50,000 more.
Oh, Sid, I just knew you would.
These guys are murder.
Herb, Andy would like to see you in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Herb, why don't we make the Mittenoffs a couple of zombies?
Okay, fine. You're gonna love these. They'll knock you on your butts. Come on.
I think I'll just slip in there with them. But Travis, we need to talk.
Well, I certainly invited the right people here this evening. Thank you so very much. And I know what the people from the mission would say if they were here. Well, that must be Dr. Fever.
Oh, that's the very famous one.
Oh, yes, of course.
Gang's all here.
Hello.
This is Sheila Morgan. She's Vine Street's corresponding secretary and historian. And this is this year's president, Charlie Jones. And, of course, Percy Romanoff, our acting vice president, treasurer, and what else is it?
Sergeant at Arms.
Right. I hope we're not late. I had a hard time convincing him you really wanted him to come.
Well, what a wonderful surprise.
See, I told you. I just thought I'd help things along if I brought all of them.
Well, it'll make things interesting. I'd like to introduce our new guests to the Mittenoffs and the Randalls.
Hi. Thanks for coming. We all appreciate it. Sheila, this is Bailey. Bailey.
Nice to meet you. I think I'll go help with the zombies.
Me too.
Well, why don't we all come right in here to the living room and be, well, chummy?
Charlie, why don't you tell them about the kitchen?
Well, sir, the damn thing just blew up. I mean, I was there. It scared me so bad. I just about...
Percy? Why don't... you were there, too.
Uh-huh. It was a big... It was like... It reminded me of... It was just something.
Well, why don't we tell the folks what the mission means to us before the explosion? Sheila, you tell them.
Well, see, we don't like the name mission. That's why, among us anyway, we call it the David Niven Golf and Steam Club.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Well, we've written several letters to Mr. Niven, but we don't know where to send them.
Thank you, Sheila.
Oh, we saw David Niven in Florence.
Florence, South Carolina. I got arrested there once for stealing, the hell was that thing? I remember I wanted it.
You know, it is so nice to have all these wonderful and diverse people together. We have the lovely people who are making contributions to the building fund, and the people who will be enjoying the building when it's funded. Oh, goodness, we should do this more often.
What building?
We're thinking of giving you people a new building.
We don't need a building. We need a kitchen.
This building is in Price Hill.
Price Hill? That's a suburb.
Price Hill. Price? Oh, yeah. I stole, what the hell did I steal up there?
You steal things?
Well, I think I do. But I don't seem to remember, and I don't have any of this stuff at home.
I think perhaps, Jennifer, we should be on our way.
I think we should go too, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry you have to leave so soon, but you will be helping us, won't you?
Oh, yes, Jennifer. We said we would, and we will.
Well, but we don't need the building. We need the kitchen.
We'll see. We'll talk about it.
And it can't be up in Price Hill because there ain't no bums up there.
I think this is rather presumptuous. It is our money, and you keep telling us that you don't like this and that you don't like that.
Yeah, but you can't go moving the mission around that much because there's drunks out there trying to find it. And it's got to be exactly where they think it is. I mean, you can't move it a foot.
Jennifer, we've enjoyed it.
Oh, so have I, Judge. Thank you all for coming.
Good night, Jennifer.
Good night, dear.
Wait a minute. I just don't get it here. Now, you're the people who said you were going to give the money, right? I mean, the deal is down. And now you see the bums who are going to get it, so you want to get out of it. Is that what's happening here?
Please, Johnny, I'd rather not have a scene.
Well, I just want to know what kind of people they are, anyway.
They're my friends.
Well, they're my friends, and this is just checkbook charity. Yeah, it's, here's my money, give me my tax break, but let me out of here.
Well, at least they're willing to give it, and they don't have to. What about your friends? I haven't even heard a thank you yet.
Well, hell, we got all dressed up to come up here.
Please, Jennifer, it's all right, really.
No, it's not.
I get it, Jennifer. The poor are supposed to say, thank you, rich people. Where would we be without you? Is that it?
No, it's okay, Johnny,
No,
really.
it's not okay, Sheila.
I hate fame.
So do I.
Yeah, but this is so condescending.
And so ungrateful.
What, you think my friends are just a bunch of bums? Is that it? When's the last time you had a drink? Charlie?
5 years ago.
Percy?
4.5.
Sheila?
About an hour ago.
Overall, it's a pretty good record.
All right. Judge, did you or did you not give all of that money to the daycare center?
That was an anonymous donation.
Patsy?
He did. I'm sorry, but I'm very proud of you.
And the Mintonoffs donated a library. They didn't have to do that.
Is that you? The Mittenoff Library?
Yes. Did you ever check a book out from there?
No, sir. I already have a book.
Excuse me, but I was an exotic dancer at one time. so I know a little bit about how life works. See, I think you rich people give money mainly because it makes you feel good, right? It's a kick. Yeah, we know it. See, that's why we don't jump right in and say, oh, thank you, thank you. But on the other hand, we'll take the money because we need it. So, see, in a way, everybody's getting what they need. But don't expect us recipients to go all the way down to the buff, if you know what I mean.
Were you really an exotic dancer?
Yeah.
Well, I have this fantasy. I have this thing about exotic...
Maybe you should all get together and talk about everything.
Why don't we sit down?
You know, when we were,
I remember once...
when we were in Hawaii, he bought me this outfit.
Listen, Jennifer, I'm sorry I got mad.
I'm sorry I got mad too.
Does that mean you might be willing to commit a charitable act?
No, and I don't give at the office either.
Jennifer, sorry, but I forgot the stuffed mushrooms, and they kind of caught on fire, and Herb kind of poured his zombie on it. And, oh, to make a long story short, I just think this is a very bad week for kitchens in Cincinnati. Excuse me.
This is Venus, my children. Here we sit. And let the sounds of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness in the night become the touches of sweet harmony. Andy, what are you doing in here?
I'm looking for you. What are you doing, holding a seance?
Of course not. Having a meeting.
Oh, with who?
My spiritual advisor.
Uh-huh. Where is she?
What's with all the questions?
I'm the inquisitive type. Listen, I don't suppose I could have a little bit of that there holy water?
Only if you promise to drink it in your office.
All right. You got a deal. I think. By the way, I wanted to tell you that for the last hour, you've been in violation of Title 47 CFR Section 73.1201.
What does that mean?
Yeah, simply stated, if you don't hurry up and put on a station ID, KRP could lose its license, and your job.
One should never hurry, Andy. Remember that. Well, I can't figure it out.
Well, man, maybe you just frightened her off with your animal magnetism. Maybe she got kidnapped by aliens on her way to the White House. Maybe she decided she hated you and split.
Are you kidding? First of all, the woman doesn't get scared. Second, she comes up here dressed really dangerous, brings me champagne, gives me a gift. Check out the dollar value of this, huh? I tell you, if it ain't love, it's a vicious case of liking.
Now, that's what I like to see. One man admiring another man's earrings. Kind of helps me keep my priorities in line.
Did you see a girl last night?
As a matter of fact, I did. In my apartment. It's quite fun.
Talking about around here.
Oh, you mean did I see your guru?
Well, did you see her?
No.
Who?
Venus lost a girl.
Lost a girl? When?
Last night.
Why would you want to do that?
I didn't. I mean, I didn't exactly lose her. It was more of a case she...
Dumped him.
What happened?
Seems our man was having a romantic interlude, and...
She went to the washroom. Yeah. Used to happen to me all the time. She take her purse?
Uh-huh.
If they take their purse, they're not coming back. That's why I always try to get their car keys.
Did you go after her?
Yeah.
In the ladies' room?
Mm-hmm.
Venus.
I knocked first.
Good golly.
It was very bizarre in there, too.
Really?
I've never seen anything quite like it in my life.
Really? Excuse me.
Maybe you were coming on just a little bit too hard.
Actually, she was coming on. I was still trying to tune up my imagination. Now I'm all tuned up and no place to show.
Venus, these are Sergeants Alcorn and Davies.
Air Force?
Police.
Traffic?
Lee Gordon Sims, also known as Venus Flytrap.
Yeah, what's this all about?
Crime. The burglary of a wholesale jeweler in this building. Are you familiar with a woman named Jessica Langtree?
Yeah, where is she?
We have her in custody.
Custody for what?
Mr. Sims, you're under arrest.
Hey, you guys need a warrant for that?
Yeah, you got a warrant for this?
Of course we have a warrant. We're professionals. Put your hands behind your back, please.
Well, is that really necessary?
I'm afraid so. Mr. Sims, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to your lawyer and have him present with you.
Hey, Venus.
Hi, Mr. Carlson.
How's it going?
Real good.
Well, good.
What are you doing in that beard?
It's part of the disguise, man. So, did you get any sleep?
Are you kidding? I don't have what you would call great accommodations here.
This place is a palace compared to where I did time in Mexico, man. I mean, you could barely eat the food. How is the food here now? The last time I was here...
I don't care about the food, Johnny. I want to get out of here. This place is serious, man. I haven't been here 24 hours yet, and already 3 guys have asked me to dance. And these guys really want to dance. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, if I'm not out of here soon, I'm going to become one great boxer or one hell of a great dancer.
We tried to get you out yesterday, and we'll bail you out this afternoon for sure, but you have got a lot of legal problems.
What are you talking about? What kind of legal problems? I haven't done anything.
I know, man. It's that girlfriend of yours. One of the cops told me they stopped her car, and she had a lot of jewelry. She wasn't wearing it. You know what I mean? See, it's the loot from that wholesale jeweler down on the 4th floor, and now they got you tied into it because you snuck her into the building past the night guard.
But I'm always sneaking women into the building. I can't believe this.
I know, man. Just, it'll all get straightened out. It's a mix-up. Don't worry now. Carlson's got an attorney for you and everything, so just...
No, not Mr. Carlson. You get the lawyer. No, not you. Jennifer. Jennifer, get the lawyer. Going back to the old ballroom.
It's a classic case of circumstantial evidence.
Good. Very good.
No, there's no good or bad in the law, Arthur. The law is set up by and for our society as a whole. Now, in determining whether someone has actually broken the law, evidence must be brought forth. Direct evidence is simple. A number of people see the man commit the crime. Circumstantial evidence is something else. Again, it's a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. It's just, let me give you an example. There's an isolated house in the middle of a field, a body on the living room floor, a bullet hole in the living room window, footprints in the newly fallen snow leading directly from the window to our man standing alone at the edge of the field. Is he guilty?
Maybe he just looked in the window after the crime.
That is right. That is exactly right. Do you understand that another piece of that puzzle is necessary? We need the smoking gun. And the smoking gun. Do you see how the picture changes? If we find our man standing there still holding the smoking murder weapon in his trembling hand, add to this a little history of animosity between our man and the murder victim, and the balance tips toward guilt, even though nobody has actually seen our man do anything.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did the man in the field keep his gun smoking so long after the shooting?
What?
Lass! Guns just don't go on smoking forever.
Go on. Think.
Let me see. Sims has been arrested on the basis of a very few pieces of very circumstantial evidence. However, I don't believe that anyone has a smoking gun in this case.
Mr. Bartman,
Yes.
you said we could help. How?
Well, I need you all as character witnesses. I need you all to testify that Mr. Sims had neither the motive nor the opportunity nor the inclination to commit this crime.
That's no problem.
I think I'd be wanting to use all of you, with the possible exception of Mr. Nessman, until things start to go bad and when we're looking for a mistrial.
Gentlemen, are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor. If it please the court, may I bring your attention to information number 821504, Gordon Sims.
Mr. Sims, you understand that this is not really a trial.
If it please Your Honor, I represent Mr. Sims in this matter, and he is aware that this is a preliminary hearing, not a determination of guilt, or innocence.
Thank you, Counselor. State ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sims is charged with 5 counts of burglary, 1 count of possession of stolen property, also with conspiracy to commit a felony and pandering.
Call your first witness.
The state would like to call Miss Jessica Langtree.
Is that the girl?
I believe so.
Gee, I don't see how she could commit a crime.
I like her. Would you state your name, please?
Jessica Langtree.
Do you know Gordon Sims?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Langtree, I'd like you to tell us in your own words how you come to be here today.
I guess I'm here because I'm a victim of love. I loved Venus. I did anything he wanted me to.
Venus is Mr. Sims's sobriquet?
Yes. Anyway, he had a plan that would give us everything we wanted, he said.
And you went along with this plan?
Yes. I did anything he told me.
Such as?
We burglarized a jewelry wholesaler.
Wexler Jewelers, in the same building where Mr. Sims works.
Yes. I'm so ashamed.
Oh, my goodness.
How'd you do it?
Venus put on a pre-recorded tape of his show.
So it would sound as though he were on the air, when in fact the two of you were committing the crime.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Ms. Langtree, was this the only time that you and Mr. Sims committed a burglary?
No. There were 4 other times.
4 times? She's mine! She's mine!
Counselor, warn your client.
Sit down, sit down. Venus, control yourself.
I'm not going to sit here and let her lie.
You have to. This is a court of law.
Officer Davies, what did you find when you searched Mr. Sims's apartment?
A collection of Oriental porcelain, the remnants of an antique gold coin collection, $11,134 in cash, and the usual furnishings and accoutrements, which in this case all had a certain elegance.
Sergeant, what else have you been able to find in this investigation?
Well, at the time of Mr. Sims' arrest, he was wearing a diamond earring, which upon further investigation proved to be one of the stolen items taken from a previous burglary at Brandt's Jewelers. We discovered that there had been at least 4 other burglaries committed in exactly the same way during the last month.
The same modus operandi?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, you're laughing. Is something wrong?
No, sir. I find the use of Latin funny.
Yeah, I work the evening drive time shift, do 4 to 8.
What time does everyone go home?
Oh, gosh, that's so hard to say. We work so darn hard.
Usually?
5.
So Mr. Sims is alone, usually, at the station between 5 and 8.
Yeah, but this is ridiculous. Now, I know Gordon Sims to be a forthright and upstanding person.
Do you know him well?
Yes.
Is this a picture of him?
Not a very good one.
But is it him?
Well, it does sort of look like him, doesn't it?
Your Honor, this is a composite drawing done by a police artist based upon an eyewitness description given by a night watchman at Brandt Jewelers who saw this man running from the back of the office on the night of the robbery with a satchel in his hand at 7:15 p.m. Mr. Travis, did you work late on the night of February 28th?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice whether Mr. Sims used a tape recorder on that night?
That's standard practice.
No. Just answer the question.
Yes.
How long had the tape recorder been playing?
Gosh, that's hard to say.
But just roughly.
An hour, maybe.
Hour? Maybe? Maybe more.
Maybe.
Did you actually see Mr. Sims at all that night?
Yes, I did.
For how long?
A few minutes.
Hmm?
I said a few minutes.
A few minutes. So you don't know where he was for an hour, maybe more.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Travis.
It's simple. She's a liar.
Miss Quarters, I must caution you against making wild accusations. You will confine your remarks in this matter to Mr. Sims. Is that clear?
Your Honor, I am sure you do your job very well. But unlike you, most people ignore their responsibility to justice. The law says you can kill baby seals. Just bash their heads in. So don't tell me about the law. It's the same with the dolphins.
Huh?
You know, flipper, ching. Okay.
I know for a fact that Gordon Sims is a fine man who would never break the law under any circumstances. You have my word on that.
Your word?
That's right.
Mr. Caravella, have you ever been arrested yourself?
It's my feeling that Mr. Sims could never be involved in what you've suggested.
You sound very sure of yourself, Miss Marlowe.
I am.
Even after hearing the overwhelming evidence, you still...
That will be enough of that. This witness has kindly consented to come down here and answer all your questions. You've done nothing but browbeat her. I will not have that sort of thing going on in my court.
Thank you, Corky.
Mr. Tarlick, would you say that you and Mr. Sims got along?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, we have our differences. Most black and white people do. I mean, you can disagree as long as you don't shoot anybody.
No, you're not saying that Mr. Sims carries a firearm.
Oh, heck no. Venus doesn't even like guns. He almost shot Andy one night and has been sick about it ever. It wasn't Venus's fault. See, he thought that Andy was a burglar. See, we'd had a burglary in the station.
You mean there was another burglary in the same building?
Right. See?
Let's say he did do it.
All right.
You would still have to prove it. That's the law.
Yes.
Smoking gun.
Yes. Mr. Nesman, do you know if Mr. Sims has ever been involved in a crime before?
Just the one time when he broke into a photographer's studio to steal some photographs of a friend of ours who was naked at the time, but that was different. He had to. It wasn't his idea.
Oh, perfect.
This isn't me.
It does look like you.
Yes, it's a black man with a beard.
Can you tell us how you come to be here today?
No, I can't. I feel like a character in a Kafka novel. I haven't done anything. I've never stolen anything in my entire life. The earpiece was from her. It was a gift. Now, I can't account for my whereabouts every minute of the day, but nobody can. I tell you, the worst thing I ever done in my life was I worked for Nixon once. But it was only for an hour, and it was because...
Because of what?
Because this good-looking girl asked me.
Excuse me.
Mr. Sims, why do you think Miss Langtree says that you committed these burglaries?
So she can get a shorter sentence, that's why. All she has to do is turn in the ringleader, so she says it's me. After that, she'll be on the street in 6 months. And then I'm sure you'll find her and the real ringleader sipping pina coladas in the Caribbean. Meanwhile, I'll be trying to make the prison boxing team.
Mr. Sims, upon careful consideration of the evidence presented, and notwithstanding that much of it is circumstantial, I find that the prosecution has substantiated a prima facie case against you, and therefore I'm going to send this case to the grand jury.
If it please, Your Honor, I'd like to request that Mr. Sims remain free on his own recognizance.
Denied. You are hereby remanded in custody with bail set at $200,000. I'm sorry, Mr. Sims, you're going to have to accompany the officers back to county until your bail can be arranged. This court is adjourned.
Oh, well.
I'm innocent.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of guilty men go free, but I've never seen an innocent one go in yet. Just don't happen that way, my friend. What are you doing? Some Muslim thing?
Sort of. I'm praying to my God.
Yeah? Well, a lot of good that's gonna do you now. Watch your step.
Hold that elevator.
What do you got here?
Burglary.
Jewelry, sir?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness.
WKRP in Cincinnati. We'll be back after this.
The guy confessed, yeah, but he's not the real ringleader. No, it was the woman, Jessica. It was all her idea. He was just some poor sucker who would do anything for a good-looking woman. Not like you, huh? That's right.
He practically put you in San Quentin.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Luck had nothing to do with it. It was hardcore prayer. A miracle, pure and simple, my friend.
I've often thought that I had a double.
Oh, Les.
Imagine that, 2 of them.
I think there's another universe just like ours right next door, with all our doubles. A double station, double desks, double doors.
Double dates.
Yeah.
You know, I think I met my double once.
Oh, yeah? What did he look like?
Well, all I know is I've learned my lesson.
The value of prayer?
That, and never listen again to a good-looking woman.
Venus, would you do me a favor?
Coming up.
To be upset again. And that which we have always taken for granted may no longer be. I refer, of course, to the lowly rutabaga. Experts predict that within this century, the rutabaga will disappear from the national diet.
No.
And why, you ask?
Why?
Consumer disinterest, apathy, and in some cases, believe it or not, open contempt.
No!
How have we arrived at this pretty pass?
Tell us, Lester.
Listen all this week for my 5-part gloves-off, no-holds-barred commentary, Rutabaga, the vanishing vegetable.
Say hallelujah, brother, I believe.
Hallelujah. Now the Johnny Fever radio broadcast.
Amen, and thank you, Lester Nessman, patron saint of the perpetually strange, here on WKRP. Now that you got all us vegetable worshippers whipped into a frenzy, let's take a little ride, shall we? This one goes out to a special little tomato that's dear to the doctor's heart.
Les, you're supposed to clear these little surprise documentaries with me first, remember?
Then they wouldn't be surprises, would they?
Now, he's really on to something this time, Travis. You know that they are clubbing baby rutabagas for their skins?
This is serious, John.
That's debatable, Les. Les, your stories always seem to have kind of a how shall I put this?
Barnyard aroma?
Yeah. You never seem to do any people stories, Les.
Like what?
Like this.
What's this?
That's the number for the Northside Children's Clinic. They got some sort of money crisis down there.
Well, so what?
Well, so I want you to do a story on that.
Oh, give me a break.
Yes. It's a chance to do something nice. It'll keep us looking good during the rating period, and it'll make a poor little old lady very happy. This is a pet project of Mother Carlson.
Andy.
Lester, I know it's hard to believe she's more interested in sick kids than rutabagas, but it is her station, so let's make her happy. Who knows? Maybe she'll put some walls up for your office.
I'll find a way to work it in.
What a guy. John, play the hits.
You know, I like to eat those things raw with a little salt.
Puzzle. Oh, Venus, would you help me with this, please?
What is it?
It's my convention kit checklist. Here, just read that off.
Joy buzzer?
Right. Joy buzzer.
Tie that lights up.
Gotcha. Tie the lights up. Huh?
Duck call.
Duck call.
Duck call.
Duck call. Welcome.
Whoopee cushion.
Whoopee cushion. What is the whoopee cushion? Uh-oh.
Well, you still got enough time to pick up one on the way to the bus station.
Oh, right. I need a ride.
Okay. I'll tell Jennifer to call your cab.
Thanks. There you are, you little devil. Well, au reservoir, Nessman.
Oh, bye, Herb.
I tell you what, I'll be thinking of you poor working stiffs while I'm whooping it up in Akron, okay? No. Oh! What is that?
I think whooping is against the law in Akron. That was a joke. Something wrong, Les?
I'm working on something really important now. It's going to be this year's entry for the Buckeye News Hawk Awards competition. And Andy wants me on some depressing hospital story.
Oh, well, I'll do it.
You're not ready for field reporting.
Who's not ready?
I just meant it's a pretty dull story, that's all.
There are no dull stories, only dull reporters.
Well, that's true. Tell you what, Bailey. Why don't you write something up and I'll look it over. If it's good enough, maybe I'll let you do it on the air.
Good enough? Well, this will be the best darn story you ever saw.
We'll see.
Thank you, Les. You won't be sorry. Just wait till you read it. You are going to love it.
Now to save the rutabaga.
I don't care. At those prices, I could buy the laundromat across the street and wash them myself.
Hello.
Hi.
I came at a bad time, didn't I?
Sure. But there's never a good time around here anyway, you know. You're Miss Nichols?
Quarters, Bailey.
Perkins, Edmund.
On behalf of the station, I would like to extend...
Sit down.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it must be rating time.
I beg your pardon?
Well, isn't that when you radio and TV people crawl out of the woodwork and get interested in the community?
Would I be rude in pointing out that that's just the teeniest bit cynical?
No. Cynicism kind of goes with the territory.
Edna, accounting's a line too for you.
Tell him I'll call him right back. So, why are you here?
I would like to find out everything I can about your operation.
You would?
Yes. Then I will be able to write my story and solve your problem.
We have 12 wards full of sick and damaged children and barely enough money to care for them. There's your story. Go solve our problem.
Contributions are down.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought people always gave money to crippled children.
Oh, well, they did. But now they waste it on frivolous stuff like food and clothes, rent.
More goodies, Edna.
Thanks so much. It's tough all over, you know.
Yes, I know. But I think my story will make more people aware of the problem.
Honey, excuse me, but there is nothing your station can do that's going to bring the kind of money that we need.
Well, I don't see why you can't.
We need a research lab. We need hundreds of thousands of dollars in equipment. We need somebody who answers the phone. We need to be able to do the kind of work here that's really going to help these kids and not just put Band-Aids on them.
Yes, but a story on the radio can really help.
Excuse me, but we have had umpteen stories written about us.
Do you think one more will hurt?
No, I just don't believe it will help.
Well, I do.
You do you?
Yes.
Because if it won't, I really don't have time.
Trust me.
Oh, what the hell? Come on, I'll show you around. Hold my calls. Have you ever been to a children's hospital before?
Mm-mm.
Bailey, how about lunch? You know, lunch. It's that light meal people eat around noon. How about it?
How about what?
Maybe I'll go see what Andy's doing.
Jennifer, have you had lunch?
No.
Well, how about it? I need more time with this story anyway.
Good idea.
Jennifer, I went to Northside Children's Clinic today, and you will not believe what I saw. I went. Hi. I took a tour of the ward.
In 1927. And finally, there's the story of Floyd Lattimore of Terre Haute, Indiana. In 1939, grew a rutabaga that looked exactly like Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In my 4 p.m. report, I'll examine the root causes.
Rutabaga.
Hello, Andy.
I thought we agreed not to mention vegetables on your newscast, Les, until after you did the hospital story.
Well, as a
I
matter of
told
fact-
you this was important to Mother Carlson. That makes it important to me, Les. So you will not mention rutabagas on this station till after you've done the other story. Got it?
But I promised my fans that at 4 o'clock I
All
would
right,
do-
all right, all right. Hospital at 2, rutabagas at 4. Deal?
Well,
A nice set of walls sure would look good in here, Les.
deal. Andy.
Ooh. My tour of the wards was something I'll not soon forget. Everywhere I looked were young faces filled with promise that will not be realized. Dreams that will never come true. But the event that summed up the experience for this reporter came as I was about to leave. I felt a tug on my skirt. At my shirt, and looked down into the face of a little boy named Bobby. He's 10 years old and unable to speak. But he reached up and he handed me a picture he had drawn, a crude rendering of a flower.
Oh, Jennifer, that was sensational.
Lithuanian food always is. Would you turn him down for me?
For in this primitive drawing, Bobby had managed to convey a sense of the true beauty that dwells within his soul.
Oh, my God.
Speaking as someone who someday hopes to bear children, bear children on my shoulders. Men do that, you know. I would like to say that I'll never forget little Bobby. And I'll cherish his flower always. This is Les Nessman reporting.
You mean Les stole your story?
Word for word.
Well, I'm going right back there right now and tell him exactly what I think of that.
No, don't do that.
You're right. You should do that. Boy.
I'm not going to tell him. And Jennifer, I wish you wouldn't say anything.
Bailey, you have to stand up for what's yours.
The
You can't
story's
just
a fake. What? I made it up. There's no picture, no flower, and no...
Bobby.
Right.
Oh, Bailey, we could lose our license over this.
I know.
Nessman? He did? Well, I mean, I know he did. I know all about that. Matter of fact, I was kind of behind the whole thing myself. You do? Oh, sure, anything you want. Hello. Bye, Mom. She wants me to give Les a raise.
Excuse me. I just got off the phone with several contractors. Here are 3 competitive bids.
For what?
Walls, of course.
Walls?
Well, Andy promised them to me in exchange for that hospital piece I did.
Look, I don't know about walls, Les, but I do know that you're going to be earning an extra $25 a week effective right now.
Okay.
You know, I think walls for him would be a good idea. Big padded ones, about that thick.
The Cincinnati Enquirer just called. They want to run our hospital story in tomorrow morning's feature section.
Verbatim?
All except the part about Les bearing children.
Hot dog, we're finally going to get this thing on the map in this town.
Oh, but did you tell Les?
Well, no, I thought I'd better tell you first.
You know, this could be just the public service campaign thing we need to tie the station into. This could be very, very big.
Oh, yeah.
Or not.
Well, why not?
Well, we might just be exploiting that little boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, heck no. Best thing that ever happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
We get him up here and then we'd take some pictures of him.
Right underneath the call letters.
Heck, we'd probably even take him out to lunch.
I have something to tell you. However, I promised that I wouldn't, so I guess I shouldn't, even though I should.
Did you understand that?
Perfectly. What's this about Les having babies?
That was a rotten thing to do, Les. That was my story.
I never said you could do it on the air.
Yes, you did, if it was good enough, remember?
Well, it needed work.
Hogwash. You didn't change a comma.
Boy, Les, we got some good news for you.
Les, your story about little Bobby is going to appear in tomorrow's Cincinnati Enquirer.
And it's going to read by Les Nessman, news director, WKRP Radio. Huh?
My gosh.
Isn't that terrific, Bailey?
Congratulations, Les.
You know, Bailey helped me with some of the basic research. Perhaps I should share the byline with her.
Well, that's very nice of you, Lester.
No. That's okay. I didn't do all that much.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Did.
Didn't.
Did.
Now, listen, both of you, play nice now, kids.
Look, I got to call Mom back, let her know what's happening here. Oh, boy.
You know, Bailey, if you did have something to do with this, you should take part of the credit.
Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
Perhaps she's not ready for the limelight.
Well, I'll talk with her about it.
No. That's all right. I'm the news director. I know how to handle my reporters.
All right, then you do it, Les. And once again, thanks a lot. Hey, super job.
Believe me, Andy, it was nothing. Bailey.
You shouldn't have done it, Les.
It's just that Travis had me up against the wall. When someone mentions walls, I guess I go a little crazy.
I mean, you really shouldn't have done it, Les.
Well, I've never done it before, and I promise I'll never do it again. But now the newspaper's involved. Do you know how long I've been trying to get something into print?
Oh, you can't let them run that story, Les.
Look, I'll tell Andy the truth as soon as the story runs.
But you don't know the truth. Do you want to hear it?
No. What I really want is Bobby's flower picture.
What?
That picture he drew for you. It would make a great companion piece for the article.
Well, you can't have it, Les.
I said I'd share the byline with you, and I will.
I don't have it.
Okay, what do you want? The sky's the limit.
Nothing.
I'll give you $10.
Les.
$13.50.
Les. The story is a lie.
Kidding. This is kidding. Darn it all, I never know when you people are trying to kid me. This isn't kidding? Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Well, I was going to rewrite it. I think.
You think?
Well, I'm pretty sure I would have. If he hadn't stolen it.
Objection? One does not steal what is on one's desk.
Les.
Did you, or did you not, knowingly commit falsehoods to paper?
I did.
There you have it. The journalistic integrity of my news department has been compromised.
You know, Les, while we're on the subject of journalistic integrity, I want you to go to your desk, get out your dictionary, and look up the word plagiarism.
All right.
And as for you, young lady, do you have any idea how serious this is? How serious is this?
Well, I think it can be straightened out if you'll just give Bailey and myself a few moments alone.
All right, just make it quick.
Sir, in here.
I'll be right outside, you know, if you need me.
Accepting for the moment the idea that you think you wouldn't have run that story.
That is the truth.
Well, then why did you even write it that way?
Because I didn't know any other way.
There must have been a dozen ways to write it. Why didn't you use a real kid?
I went down there expecting to see little kids with high temperatures and casts on their arms.
And?
I saw a 4-year-old burn victim. I saw a 6-year-old girl with leukemia. I saw a little boy who was allergic to his own skin.
Oh, Bailey.
I couldn't pick out just one, and I couldn't begin to describe them all, so I just put them all into Bobby.
I see.
The only thing I really made up was that stupid flower picture.
It was a nice touch, though, Bailey.
Plagiarism. An act or instance of plagiarizing. Something plagiarized.
So, do you want my 2 weeks' notice, or do I leave now?
Oh, come on. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it seems to me that something like this came up at the Washington Post.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a woman made up a story about an 8-year-old junkie.
Right. And I believe the woman was fired for it.
Yes.
They had to fire her. Les said it. Journalistic integrity. You don't understand. If the people don't get the
Bailey, here, take it. Sit down over here a second, will you? I don't know how to break this to you, but this is not the Washington Post.
So?
So there's Washington Post integrity, there's WKRP integrity.
Well, I don't see the difference.
The difference is we have our own brand of the stuff around here. This is the station that has employed Herb Tarlick for the last 16 years. Don't talk to me about integrity.
But I want our news to have real weight to it.
Well, so do I, but we have Captain Rutabaga here for a news director. Let's not just go off the deep end, Bailey.
But
you screwed up. Around here, that makes you normal.
So, what do we do about the license?
We keep our mouths shut, and we never mention it again.
And the newspaper?
I'll take care of that.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Bailey? You ever do that again, you'll be the best-looking reporter on the unemployment line.
Right. Best looking?
Travis, what did you do to Nessman?
Nothing. Why?
Well, he came in this morning. He said he was through with vegetable stories forever.
Oh, fantastic.
The blood of the rutabaga is on your hands, pal.
Good morning.
Oh, Bailey, did you see it?
See what?
Your byline.
I thought you said you took care of it.
I did. I wrote that little prologue right there.
The following article by WKRP reporter Bailey Quarters describes her thoughts and feelings after touring Northside Children's Clinic. The character of Bobby is actually a composite of all the children Miss Quarters met that day. And they still wanted to run it?
Yep.
Oh.
Bailey!
Edna! Everybody, this is Edna Perkins from Northside.
Hi. Hi. Well, I just wanted to thank you for the story. We loved it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that part about the flower.
Sorry? That flower picture was worth 6,000 contributions this morning.
Well, I didn't even get one.
No. You got about 87 of them right here. Yeah, I taped the show when it ran, and then I visited the wards and played it for the kids. So they wanted to do these for you.
Oh, that's terrific.
Oh, they also sent some for the funny man who read your story.
That would be Les.
Hey, you know, speaking of Les, does anyone have any idea how he's taken the article?
I'll bet he's suicidal.
Not really. When he came in the booth a few minutes ago, he said we should watch for his byline tomorrow.
It's difficult to describe the feelings this reporter had as he walked through the pens. But I felt a tug on my pant leg. And I looked down into the face of Harold, a little razorback hog, blind since birth.